Hi class, and welcome to my midterm debriefing on my project, which is implementing the Daily 5. So what is my project about? Well, it consists of developing an e-learning course for teachers that introduces them to an instructional strategy based on the book by Gail Boucher and Joan Moser titled The Daily 5. The audience for this e-learning course are second and third grade first year teachers. Why is there a need for this course? Well, many first year teachers are not prepared for the demands of a classroom and managing the instruction, behavior, and learning of the 20 plus students in their classroom. At Town West Elementary, we have a total of 7 first year teachers in various grade levels, with the majority of them in second and third grade classrooms. Data collected from district-required classroom walkthroughs indicate that classroom management during instructional time for the second and third grade first-year teachers is an area that needs improvement. Our campus has implemented this instructional strategy, and it has been in use for the last 3 years in grades K through 3. The instructional strategy has proven to be successful in implementing the district-required curriculum, as well as giving teachers a plan for classroom management. This strategy enables the teacher to develop students that are independent learners responsible for their own learning, while allowing the teacher to work with small groups of students in order to differentiate instruction. Without clear direction or procedures to follow, the students take valuable teaching time away from the classroom environment. Instead of teaching, the teacher spends their time redirecting and monitoring. Through our new teacher mentoring program, Project Invest, our new teachers have expressed that classroom management is their number one need. This brings me to the ultimate goal of the project, and that is to train teachers in this strategy, have them implement it, and be able to have their reading block time run smoothly with minimal disruptions. So my ultimate goal is to have the teachers be successful at implementing this, and this will require reading from the required text, watching videos, trying the strategies, reporting on their successes or failures, going back to the drawing board, so to speak, and trying again. Instructional strategies take a lot of practice with real students in order for the teacher to gain confidence with implementation. So a part of this instruction involves the teacher going back to their classroom and having some hands-on time with the strategies that they have learned. It is my hope that teaching them these strategies will serve two purposes. One, classroom management, and the second, literacy instruction. These are some of the things that the learners will be doing throughout the course. They'll be reading the text, watching videos modeling the strategies, looking at samples of tools used to implement the strategies. They will have short quizzes to check for understanding. They will also be uploading products that they make during the course of the study, and there will be a discussion board where they can reflect on what they have learned. Hopefully, the outcome of this training will turn frustrated teachers into happy teachers, and therefore have happy students that are learning. My next reveal is what the instructional solution looks like now. I want to say at the beginning of the project and in my project proposal, I initially was going to use Edmodo, just because I had taken several district required trainings on it over the summer, and my principal wanted to have the faculty use it to get familiar with it. Well, after looking at the interface of Edmodo and thinking about creating this e-learning solution within that platform, I decided against it. I came to the conclusion that course sites by Blackboard might be a better fit for this. I just like the way that Blackboard lends itself to e-learning, and it has the straightforward menus on the left that can guide the learner through the sequence of learning. Plus, it has all types of useful tools and things that you can use right within the platform. So I did a quick reconfigure and set up a site and course sites for the project. So now I will take you to the e-learning module itself. So here is my e-learning module within course sites by Blackboard. And as you can see, this is my home page to the course. I don't really have any of the details on the home page yet because I really wanted to get into the meat of the course first and then go back and add the smaller details. So over to the left, you can see where my menu has Welcome to the Daily 5, and that's where we're at right now. And then the next item on the menu has an introduction to the Daily 5. So I haven't added anything on this content page yet, but that content is coming. That's more of the detail oriented stuff, and like I said, I really wanted to get into the units and start working with them. So here is my first unit, which is the first strategy, which is called Read to Self. And here you can kind of see the layout. We first have a modeling video that the teacher can watch. Then the second thing, I kind of played around with this module in Blackboard. So it kind of breaks down the strategy for the teacher. Day 1, this is what you do. Day 2, day 3. So I have another video for day 1. Then I have a list of things that they will do on day 1. I also have examples of some charts, and this was a slide share piece that I put in here, and I really like it. This is another reason why I like the Blackboards, because you can put all these different tools in here, and if you go further down, you see that I have a printable. And when they click on that, they have a printable day 1 read to self, exactly what to do. So I'm going to go back here. So my goal is for them to do the reading first, and I will have that outlined, what chapters to read, the page numbers. Probably within the module here. And then I also have a discussion set up here for the participants to discuss their learning along the way. I'll probably have some reflection questions there. And in the module itself, I hope to have some quizzes, just short quizzes on the chapters that they're reading, just so that they can, reflect on their learning and make sure that they hit the high points of each strategy. Each of the units will be arranged in the same way, just so that it will facilitate the learners going through the units, and they will know what to expect from each unit. So let me take you down to Unit 2. I don't have all of the elements put in place yet, but it will look like Unit 1 with the addition of some produced work that teachers will be required to upload, and quizzes and so forth. And here is Unit 3, which is Listen to Reading. And it will have the same organization as Unit 1, just to have the consistency. I'm going to try the different tools and see what I can use and what will work best for this e-learning module. And again, this is why I like the Blackboard platform, because it has all the different things that you can build the content, you can build assessments, you have all of these tools. It's a nice design and it's very well organized. So very quickly, I'm going to go through the last 3 questions. What lessons have you learned? Well, one of the lessons that I have learned is to not try to relearn a platform, or not relearn, but learn a new platform and developing an e-learning course within it at the same time. I was very familiar with Blackboard, so I should have just stuck with that to begin with. Time management is a big thing that I have learned. It's kind of difficult to, be planning all of this and making sure you have everything in place and meeting deadlines. That is difficult, and I guess that's difficult for a lot of people when they're creating a project. I hope I'm not the only one that has that problem. What is the chance of finishing the product by the deadline? Well, seeing that it is a required course, I will definitely have to finish the product by the deadline. Whether that means doing some fast tracking or whatever needs to be done in order to finish it. And the last question, is there any other concern or issue that may interest the class as a whole? Well, like I said, the time management thing, I would just encourage, other members of the class to really watch your time and how the project is going, and really the planning, I guess, is the biggest part. You've got to lay your foundation first before you start the building. But then again, when you start the building, you always have things that are going to come up, like glitches in software maybe, or links that you put in that they're working one day and then the next day you go in and it's not available. So it's a constant process and cycle of evaluating the work and making sure that it stays on course and it is meeting the quality that you desire. So anyways, that is my project, and thank you for joining me for this tour. And we will see you at the next presentation time for the final presentations.